Okay, let's wake up.
Wake and bake. Bake me a cake.
No.
Wake and bake with a steak on a medium plate with fries on the side because you know you're the apple of my eye. I said, what up, heater?
What up?
You're kind of lame.
Cool.
But your mom's ass is in the Hall of Fame. I said, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
That's the opening this week.
That cannot be the opening. No way. Don't put that out there.
No.
It's my mother's bum, he says.
No, not my mother's bum.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name is Noah, Dungeon Master, and I'm joined here for a very special Insight episode. This is the final episode. Well, I don't know if I want to say the final episode. It is still within Season 2. We're recapping Season 2, bringing you guys the answers to some long-awaited questions that we've had some fans pose to us, some players pose as well. So we're going to get to those, but I'd like to introduce everyone here with me today. We have Gregory, the Warforged. How's it going, Gregory?
Pretty good, had a nice day out on the town, so, got lots of fresh air. I'm feeling nice.
You've been out on the town today.
Did you go to Crazy Horse?
Got a nice burger. I was feeling good about that.
DTV, downtown Vancouver. How was that?
Yeah, it was a good time.
You hit up East Hastings, get a little bit of cheap opioids?
No.
Oh, well, then you're missing out on the whole point of downtown Vancouver.
I guess we missed that part on the tour.
Yeah, it's almost like Tyson McKay was giving you a tour. He wasn't really showing you what was up.
True.
That's where
our tour
Vancouver
was very
used to be.
Food focused. Yeah, we saw some water and then we got food.
Fair enough. We're also joined here by Tyson McKay. Tyson McKay, how's it going, my man?
Good. How's it going with you?
I'm pretty good. I was teaching scuba diving today, so it was a pretty Noah day, I guess.
Nice. See, no one ever poses a question back to you, Noah, so I thought I would.
Dude, plus 50 experience points.
Fuck, I don't have my sheet on me. Damn
You
it.
earned it. We're also joined here by Fievel Mousentrouve. Fievel, how's it going, my dude?
Quite swell, Landed in beautiful British Columbia a couple days ago, and I am living the high life out here, let me tell you.
You're high?
Of course.
BC bud, my friend. Yeah, no, you and Chong arrived a couple days ago, eh?
We sure did. Shout out to Dicey.
Okay, who's Dicey?
A fine woman on the Swoop airline that said bye to me.
Oh, she said goodbye to you.
And we made eye contact a couple times.
Okay, can I be honest with everyone on the podcast? Okay? This guy shows up. This is the night he arrives. He goes, you won't believe what happened to me. I say, what? He goes, I met this woman, Dixie. Chong, who's remaining unnamed for his safety, for his
Nefarious
security.
activities.
Yeah, for his nefarious activities. Goes, don't let this guy fool you. Dixie was a stewardess on Swoop Airlines. She asked him how he was doing today. When he sat down, she walked by him, made eye contact as stewardesses do, and then when we got off the plane, she said, have a nice day, or goodbye to him.
When's
He
the
thinks it's a
wedding?
big deal. Yeah, when is the wedding? I just told him those were regular things that stewardesses do. You don't think so. You think there was something extra there.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one that got a little love thing going on. Sam also.
Chong.
No, Chong,
please.
sorry. This was going on to the plane.
So
The
you're
lady
saying
checking.
there was a three-way vibe of energy going between you.
It wasn't Dixie.
Okay, not Dixie.
I don't remember the girl's name, but anyway, Sam.
Sorry, hold up. This whole thing was about Dixie. Who's this other chick?
She.
Justin wheeled another chick when we got on the plane, another flight attendant. And he at first claimed to me that she was really into him before he met Dixie.
So you've had a whirlwind of a trip on your way over here.
I love Swoop Airlines.
It's a good time to mention that we are actually sponsored by Swoop Airlines. Yeah. Flights across Canada to major hubs in the United States, they are a fantastic choice. Fly pink and have a swooper day. That's what I always say.
Justin, why does your day always seem like a who's on first routine?
Who's on what?
Who's on first? It's comedy from
What's on second?
Who's on first? No. Who's on second? Wait. What do you mean? Who's on? It's like
What's
the guy's
on-
name is
what's
who,
on
the guy's
second?
name's what?
Did I miss this?
Jesus.
Okay, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some questions that we're going to pose to... Well, fuck it, let's not even start with questions. Let's start with announcements. Are we recapping? Well, I don't mind.
I thought there was mention of that in there.
I'm not going to recap. If someone else wants to recap.
I'll do it.
All right, Tyson McKay's going to recap for us. Tyson, I know your love of storytelling, so will you give us a quick rundown of Season 2? Because I think we want people to know what happened in Season 2, but not feel like necessarily they have to listen to it to move forward with Dicey. But if they do want to know, from the horse's mouth, tell us what went down in Season 2.
Call me a fucking horse. Anyway, Season 2 started with a warm embrace of Tyson McKay and Rogar Ragnak. If you recall, I embraced Rogar. Things quickly went downhill, though, as the Iron Wolves quickly captured the city, threw us in chains. I found out I was pregnant.
Well, let's rewind there for a second. I mean, I said
going?
quick recap, but Jesus Christ, you're doing a Usain Bolt on us here. In chains, I feel like you're glossing over at least 6 episodes of Season 2 there. You guys spent a lot of time in prison, and I feel like that isn't really attested to in any of the questions we have here. I'll pose a question to you. Why so long in prison, Tyson?
Someone kneecapped me at the beginning of Season 2 with a pregnancy.
Okay, I feel like you're referring to me there, and you fought a red slot of your own volition.
I said somebody.
Look, I think that the players can all agree that the pregnancy was an interesting twist in Season 2.
Alright, sorry I didn't wear protection, okay?
Look, I stabbed you in the shoulder, impregnated you. I feel like you just made a wrong choice one night.
I said, hey, you up? And he said, I'm inside you. And I was screaming, but it was in pain.
And I said, wait, what? Okay, so you guys spent a fair amount of time in prison. Sorry, you were continuing on there.
Yeah, I made friends with some of the Iron Wolves, Damek, Lena, all best friends after a few episodes in jail, as I recall. They offered me a spot in the Iron Wolves. I said, no, I'm kind of more of a lone wolf, wink, wink.
So you're not an Iron Wolf, you're a lone wolf.
I'm a lone wolf, yeah.
Continue.
And they said, okay, we're still friends, but we don't respect you. And
Is that what they said?
I don't remember. And then town started getting attacked by these... Wait, let me think.
They don't want to help Tyson McKay out here with what happened next. The Iron Wolves were in the midst of taking over Ryberry. They offered Tyson McKay a spot. He said no.
Your pregnancy got worse, and Daddy Damek came to your aid.
But not really. Offered him a choice. Just give me Rogar Ragnak and his sweet, sweet essence, and I will save you. You said no.
Oh, there's a question we can go off of. Why didn't I do it? I regret it every day. There's your answer.
Yeah. Okay. So you chose to not give up your friend, and in the same time you didn't terminate your pregnancy. You then, I believe, went to Vel seeking aid, right?
Well, I did that a while ago before that, and he went off on an adventure to try and help me.
Yeah.
And he was close, cut it close. I was real close to death, and came back in the nick of time, saved my life.
Yeah. In the final hour, he shows up. He helps you out. You drink a potion. He puts on a Modron heart, a core of pure law, and it slowly kills the tadpole inside you, but you have to still wear it, so now you got this Modron heart on. How you feeling about that?
I hate it.
But I come to love it more and more every day. The sweet justice of the law.
Getting railroaded to lawful. I hate it. I'm going to burn this place to the ground once I take this off.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so you got the Modron heart. You're on the mend. What goes down next in Ryberry? The Iron Wolves are still there.
Oh, they are still there, but now they're our friends because there's another enemy at the gate. And it is
Came up
Fievel.
through the well,
No.
the sewers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was some undead thing. Got some
Yeah,
people.
vile undead. Yeah,
Yeah, got Groban sick.
heavy loss there.
Heavy loss.
R.I.P.
Whatever, he dead?
Well, yeah, he succumbed to his wounds, to his injury.
God.
Yeah, that's why Wolfhelm in the final, not even the final, but his final speech, the finale, he says that you guys lost Groban and Galix.
No.
I know.
Alright, after that we said, okay, Iron Wolves, Knights of the New Moon, Tyson, we're all on the same team now.
So you count yourself up on the same level as these organizations.
I could single-handedly take these organizations on. Yes. Especially now, since they're like a third of the numbers.
I'm like that Tyson confidence.
So we fight the first war, we kill some giants, kill some trolls. Things are going okay for Tyson McKay.
Okay for Tyson McKay, but poorly for everyone else.
Poorly
I'll remind
for the
you. McCain
Iron
lost his head. Jesus Christ. McCain lost his head. Lena lost an arm.
That could have been like their Brangelina name.
R.I.P. to both of them.
Yeah, so we fought them off. We hold off the line. We lose a lot of people. While this is happening, Fievel's out, Fieveling around. Runs into Oren. Oren says, hey, you want to help me save Ryberry? And Fievel says...
So Fievel got approached by what looked like mercenaries or soldiers. He said goodbye to Jack Bauer. He was brought to Oskenheim, this fortress in the mountain. And there he met the leader of the Keepers of Oskenheim, and he met Oren. And Oren and the leader of the Keepers says, hey, not only is this shit going down at Ryberry, but there's some nefarious intent behind it. There's an artifact beneath the streets of Ryberry that this follower chosen of Zugtamoy is after. He's besieging the city in order to get it. And so that's when he meets Gregory, the Warforged, yourself, of course, and Dabble, Doppit.
Right. I have a question before we move on to that section. It's directed to Fievel. Why did you give up Jack Bauer so easily? And
so easily.
Well, this is a fair question. You did indeed fight hard for his survival during your downtime, and you didn't enter Ryberry without him. Chose to go off on your own. Season 2 picks up after downtime, and very first thing is Sayonara Jack Bauer.
Yeah. It was pretty much the sense of Fievel treated like Jack Bauer like a piece of shit for a lot of it, and put his life at risk multiple times, and Fievel felt bad.
Okay, none of you at all felt like Jack Bauer was maybe becoming a little bit of a burden, a little underwhelming in terms of his power?
No.
Maybe you wanted something new and unique?
That was always in the back of my mind type thing, like something that could fly would be sick, just things like that. But yeah, also the fact that he was a massive creature was very tough for certain places. If we go in a cave, he can't fit in there. Luck even got lucky to squeeze through that pipe to get into the sewers, So yeah, the fact that his size was pretty big was a lot of either I don't go in or Jack Bauer stays out, and then pretty much everything that's built into that character is kind of lost, because without Jack Bauer, I was nothing. So
it felt like it was time to move on.
Yeah, just, I don't know, see if I could figure out another type of beast and play with that for a bit, and if it worked for me, great, and if not, well, you just kind of do the same thing, right?
And how'd you find Luck for season 2?
She's cute.
She's cute.
Okay, moving on very quickly here. Changing the pace. Back to Tyson McKay.
So they all band together. They go ahead as a scout party to destroy the artifact that the army is after. They run into some bandits, some banshee.
Yep.
Which the banshee was, I don't think the podcast actually heard because the audio went out. But
I think we made an interesting story choice on that for sure. We had rough audio issues with the banshee scene. We then decided to come up with this flashback sequence so that, Fievel could flash back and be like, this is what happened with the banshee. I was the only one doing damage. No one else is touching the thing. We got Dabble going down. We got Oren going down, and I'm there. And it's like, it turned into this super funny bit. I feel like it was almost better than actually including that fight scene in there.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a good cover up.
A good save for sure.
Yeah.
And it was harder than that thing that you guys fought. I just want to clarify.
Shut up.
It wasn't.
So once they get in, they sneak through the sewers. They find the artifact. They have to fight some undead guy, some protector.
They fought an old chosen of Zugtamoy who was there to protect the artifact.
Okay.
He would essentially only awake if it was touched. They touched it, so he woke up.
Yeah, they beat him up, and then they destroy the vase, and that's it.
Yeah, and then you guys had a little bit of story time up at the top. Fievel recounting the tale. You guys all met up together, and then an undead man, skull cleaved open, walks up to the gate and says, my master's killed. Zugtmoy people.
Mm-hmm.
But, he wants something in return. And they were like, we'll pay you anything. He's like, he doesn't care about gold. He wants, to be repaid. So he asked all the heroes of Ryberry
Except for
to come out to the forest. Also, I want to say, I'm upset about how season 2 finished off like that. I'm not saying I wanted like someone to die or someone to be injured. I just wanted my big bad villain to come off cool, and he got nat 20'd a bunch. He got a bunch of ones.
Yeah.
He didn't roll well, and
he came off like a huge bitch.
Yeah, and I built
tough.
him up as this really cool dude. Yeah. This is the second time he's basically Mazzer down. Like, I fucking hate it.
Not quite as bad. He did
quite as bad as Mazzer down.
He did quite a bit of damage to Dabble. I think he was pretty close to dying.
Dabble was 2 health points.
Yeah.
He had 2 health points left. So yes, he did well against Dabble, but some of our other heroes didn't even get touched.
Well, like the high AC guys it's going to be harder to touch them.
The only one who touched me was Luck.
What does that say for my villain?
But it's tough, right? Like it's 1 versus there was 5 of us, something like that.
Yeah.
So 1 versus 5, we're getting an attack 5 times per his one turn.
1v6, and then I cast 8 wolves, so it was 1v14.
They did nothing.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, so you guys defeated Damek, and that brings us to the end of season 2.
Yeah.
Do you want to do some announcements?
Sure.
The first announcement is that season 3 will begin a month from today. So on December 15th, you guys can expect to hear a new, fresh episode number 1 of season 3, which we're super excited about. And in between now and then, we are going to be releasing some Nat 20 knowledge episodes. So letting you guys know about all the ins and outs of D&D from behind the screen with our new host, Amber. Who's going to be taking over from Josh as the host of Nat 20 knowledge.
They let me go.
They let you.
They didn't pick up the option on his contract.
Yeah.
They said, listen, we wanted 2 episodes a month. I said, I can't handle the pressure. And so I did 3 episodes in like 8 months.
Yeah, I think it's good because Amber, nothing against you, dude. I mean, you just aren't a DM.
I'm offended.
I don't think you have any aspiration to be. But Amber has a lot of aspiration to be a DM, and I think she's going to ask the right questions. I think it's going to be some fresh content. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, and like she's building a campaign right now, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
But she's
maybe we can actually, when she's building this campaign, she'll ask actual advice for that campaign. It'd be cool to see her implement it at least. Not that I'm in that game, but
mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think she's looking to get in like new people onto the podcast, DMs from around like our city, DMs from other podcasts she might be looking into. So get hyped for that.
Super excited. Congrats to Amber for the promotion. Super cool.
The promotion. Well, she got murdered.
Well, she got demoted, then promoted. All right. Second announcement, which is super cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we have created a premium membership on Podbean. So Podbean has a premium membership option that will have bonus episodes like the arena match and mini campaigns. It will not be taken away, though, from the main campaign. It's just some bonus content for listeners who want to help support the podcast, which is super cool. And I believe Josh is going to elaborate on that for you guys.
Yeah, hang on. Sab just is behind me moaning and groaning.
Shut up, Sab.
We adding Sab to the podcast now?
Bag.
Let's go.
Get some headphones, I didn't even introduce him. There's no... Just have him say, hey-o, like I'm here.
Yo, what's going on?
Oh my goodness, look who it is.
Were you here the whole time?
It's drunk Rogar.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Have our way with him.
Rogar.
Let's ask him all the important questions.
It's pretty much a god, that episode.
Talking about the season finale, for those wondering.
Wow.
Do we want to elaborate on the premium membership on Podbean? Let the people know.
Yeah, so we started a premium membership on Podbean, which we're just going to throw out some bonus episodes, some mini campaigns that we do. We started off with Arena Match in season 1, so we released that to you guys, and we have another campaign being run by Shane, which is called Wizards of the Chaos Cavern.
Oh, the Veg Tales.
Yeah, the Veggie Tales. Super fun. It's like a, what do you call it? Like a Mad Lib style D&D, where we just write down random words, and then they end up becoming our class and our character. And it's super fun, super interesting. So yeah, so if you guys want to support us, this is kind of a fun way to do so.
Yeah, we got a new arena match coming to the people soon.
We do. Should we talk about that right now?
I'm super excited about it. I've got a lot of ideas, and I want other people's feedback on it.
Yeah, let's pitch out some ideas right now, because I think it'd be super cool if we did that.
Okay, so here's my idea. Okay. All right, this is what I'm thinking for this new arena match. I was speaking with a couple dedicated listeners of the pod. They were like, "I want to see another arena match." I said, "Absolutely, I'm super down." It'd be super cool to see the people now with more diversity in their skill sets. And we were kind of tossed around the idea of a Hunger Games style arena match, where you guys get dropped onto not a complicated map, but nonetheless not just like a coliseum where you're all caged in, more like a forest or a jungle or an underground cavern system. And you guys start base. You start with no weapons. But then I thought, okay, well, if we have the melee guys start with no weapons, the spellcasters have a distinct advantage. So I was thinking like maybe spellcasters are devoid of spell slots, like their spell slots are empty. And they have to find runes or objects which will fill their spell slots of certain levels and types, depending on what they find, that they can then use in combat too. Right?
Interesting.
So I was thinking something like that that's a little bit more, just a little bit more survival-esque. Like there's going to be actual creatures and stuff like that. Really cool terrain that they're going to have to deal with. Flora and fauna, if you will. And then I'm just really interested to see how the factions kind of divide. In Hunger Games, your girl Katniss would be nothing if it weren't for Rue. We all know this.
Yeah.
But Rue loses her life, which is probably the saddest part of that whole series. But the thing is, like, who's gonna pair off? You know, like if Dabble, Dowd, and Gregory meet up, I'd imagine they're gonna work together until it's just the two of them.
Yeah. Don't sleep on Dabble Dowd taking a shot at me.
Dabble Dowd would do anything for victory.
If he caught me not looking, he'd probably try and throw his biggest shit at me.
Also, I'm very interested in having like an actual in-game item be the reward, like something very cool for like first, second, and third. Be like actual rewards, whether monetary coin value or like an actual magical artifact.
I would say magical artifact, because so far we're not really coming across much here on those. You know?
Don't think that anyone slept on you asking a lot about magical artifacts in season 2.
It's the next step in increasing my damage, man. I need to start hitting harder.
Don't give it to him.
It's the only thing. Like I can't get cooler and better spells. I need cooler and better weapons. That's all my character has.
I'm with you. I understand. I'm just saying the people heard that.
The people heard it, but Noah didn't. So
no, I heard it. I just chose. I'm like God. I just chose not to listen to your prayers.
Just every town, I'm like, is there anything cool looking in this town?
No, nothing.
Damn. Oh, okay, that's town.
Can I pitch an idea for the arena match?
Absolutely. I would love to hear your idea for the arena match.
All right. So I like you know me. I like chaos. I like a little bit of infighting.
Well, you used to before the Modron heart, but continue.
I'm like me in real life. So I thought it'd be funny to do kind of like a team arena match. You know what I'm saying? Like a 3v3 or a 2v2v2. But instead of just like picking the teams, what we do is we just draw random 2 names out of the hat, and then they have to pick the team. So it's like, elementary school when you're on the field about to play sports and someone has to pick you and you get picked last. Who gets picked last? I want to see who.
That is interesting for sure.
Definitely not Rogar.
Where confidence is made and some confidence is destroyed by being picked last. Or maybe the underdog mentality fuels them to perform better.
I think we should be definitely banking all these ideas though, because whichever one we choose to be this one, we could just still definitely use another idea to be the next one, because these are both awesome.
True. Schoolyard style would be funny when we're all super high level, like everybody's hitting hard, and it's like shit. Like, this is actually really tough. Like this could swing the whole game. Who I pick here? Like I gotta throw some strategy.
Sorry, Rogar had an idea.
Yeah. So we'd all be teamed up, and then we'd face every in our backstories how we had those our enemies.
Like all the boss fights.
Yeah. We would all go up against our boss fights. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a survival kind of thing. Like see how long we could last.
Waves.
Yeah, exactly.
Waves of enemies.
Yeah.
I think the challenging thing and I'm not trying to put it down because I think it's a dope idea. I think waves of enemies would be hard because with so many enemies, there's a lot of rolls, and that becomes a lot of just rolling for the fans to listen to.
Yeah.
I think something where it's like I like your idea of like a big boss. So like one team tries to defeat a big boss, the other team tries to defeat the exact same big boss. If they both succeed, we move on to the next big boss. One team tries to defeat it, then the other team tries to defeat it.
Yeah.
And then whoever just loses on a round that someone else completed, that other team's the winner. I like that idea.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that idea too.
Yeah. And what you could do maybe is after each boss, maybe each team gets a random item dropped from that boss, and then that either helps or hinders them going forward.
That would be sweet, like a little loot chest, like, hey, you got 4 potions.
Or, hey, it's full of poison.
Yeah. Or even like to do the working together, or even like a team relay, where it's like okay, like they send an enemy, and you got to send one of your guys to fight him. You know,
I like that too.
Cool. Like buddy steps up, and it's like this huge guy, and it's like, oh shit, send the big guy.
Yeah. Moving forward, I think all those ideas are really, really cool. I'm super down for all that.
Yeah.
I think that we should make an effort to do more of them. Like maybe make a plan to do like one every 2 months, 3 months. We could do like 4 in a year, 5 in a year.
Yeah, we could do something like that. So, I mean, the premium memberships, going back to that, is just, like we said, a fun way to just support the pod and help us grow a little bit.
Absolutely. Want to get on to some questions and for our audience, for our fans, and also questions from some of the players themselves?
Absolutely.
So our first question here coming from Noel Torres. He wants to know what our biggest regrets are about something that you or another player did this season. I'm going to pass this off to Gregory, the Warforged, first. I think you got probably some good stuff coming here. Biggest regrets about something you or another player did this season?
Teaming up with Dabble.
You did that
basically the whole premise of my existence in the game has been bugging me since day one.
But
something you actually regret, though.
Biggest regret.
You can also choose something you didn't like about another player, like what they did, maybe.
Yeah, something that you or another player did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, not just about me. Enough has been said about Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, get on that.
No, this is a good question. This is a thinker.
Can I throw out something that I regret that a player didn't do? Go for
it. It's directed at me, isn't it?
Oh, it's probably me.
No. I'm somewhat disappointed in Rogar Ragnak.
I knew
this is the only reason. This is the only thing why. I think Rogar had a really good season. I think he grew, and I think he played really well.
Nice.
You know, Wolfhelm had a lot of speeches to like the crowds and stuff. And the only thing is, like, as a Bright Lord, I would love to see Rogar Ragnak fulfill that role of like the leader of men. You know what I mean? Like the guy who embodies good and courage and hope and valor and like actually speaks to that. Because I feel like it's a hard role to play, no doubt about it. But I would love to see Rogar Ragnak do more of that.
I'm not good at speeches, so if I could write one down before, maybe.
Look, dude, here's what I'm saying. Go on YouTube, look up inspirational speeches. Literally read off what your boy says during Braveheart. Read off what Al Pacino says. The seconds we need are all around us. You know, like you gotta do it.
I have a dream, movies, you know? Martin Luther King. Come on.
Martin Luther King. Jesus.
JR.
I'm not saying you have to be dope at speeches. I'm just saying, like, you know, you're playing the good guy, but you're playing like a Mother Teresa warrior. I want you to play like an inspirational leader, like a Braveheart warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Jon Snow.
Yeah, like
Jon Snow.
No, not
exactly like Jon Snow.
Does he get speeches?
No, I don't know. I'm 4 episodes into Game of Thrones. I just started.
We just started
last week. I know this is big, but I did.
My biggest regret about Noah is that he just started Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I expected this heat coming back at me. What about you, Fievel? Anything that you regret that you did or another player did?
I mean, we already all took the Jack Bauer thing, you know.
No. You don't regret that?
No, I don't.
I think that's a good move for you.
Like, if I really didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm. No, fair enough.
It was all in the cards. Just wanted to give the people something new. Everyone, you know, Jack Bauer's doing the same moves every battle, same jump and stuff. You know,
but the pony does the same moves Jack Bauer did.
Hey, easy.
Yeah, but she's just getting her stuff. Like, she's kind of like on a penalty because she can't get all the evolution points at once. So it's just like a day-to-day thing. So it's kind of just waiting until she has her full potential.
Right, but regret about something that you did or someone else did.
You know, I wasn't a fan of the whole Dabble thing, firebolting that guy in the face. You know, we decimated those bandits. Everything was fine.
You feel like that was overkill?
He told them where the money was.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, I was like, as Fievel, I was like, holy fuck.
This guy's a psychopath.
Yeah.
As a fellow psychopath, I was
like me. Yeah. There can only be one of me.
There's only room for one crazy motherfucker on this podcast.
Yeah, so I don't know his alignment or anything, but
it's chaotic. I believe he's neutral. So.
Okay, yeah. So it wasn't. I don't know.
I think he was just on an XP hunt. He wanted to get hits in on anyone that he could, kill anything that he could.
Fair enough.
The man just wants to be the highest level.
All right. How about you, Rogar? Anything that you regret that you or another player did?
When I tried saving that guy's life, and he had I think his armor was stuck in his chest, and I tried to go help him, and I just made it worse.
Yeah. Lena loves to rub that in your face, eh?
And I was kind of let down when Galix and Grobin died. That was pretty disappointing.
So you're disappointed in me?
Yeah. Killing off all my bros.
I'm sorry, dude. Well, I mean, good news. There's promotion for you, and within they're hiring from within. Oh
wow! So most of us are dead.
Anything you got, Gregory?
Yeah, no. I was gonna say I just thought of an actual regret, I guess. Is not being able to say much in the beginning there.
Let's speak to that.
Being restricted by that character flaw, you know.
Yeah. So when you started out, the people need to know, when you started out as Gregory the Warforged, you were playing more of like an automaton style Warforged that was just very simplistic in its speech, for sure. And when we rolled
for your character flaw. Right?
When we rolled for your flaw, it was like you could only say 10 words or less at a time. So you really played to that, which was awesome. But on a podcast, makes it kind of hard to have you grow.
Yeah, to have an actual
show your personality. Yeah. So I think that was. But I think we've made a nice recover from that, for sure.
Yeah, we relaxed that a bit.
I like your personality in the pod. I mean, you're kind of like a voice of strong reason.
I steered Dabble back towards the.
You let him think he's got the reins, but you've actually.
I'm just, he thinks I let him think he's the alpha, and he thinks I'm the beta, but really I'm steering him back to the path. We'll just let him think what he wants.
Yeah. What about you, Tyson McKay? Anything that you regret doing, or that you regret another player doing?
I regret not dying in season.
Fair.
My biggest regret?
Denying Fievel at the gate.
No. I stand wholeheartedly behind that. Probably at the end when Damek's talking to Lena, and he's talking to her, and you're kind of giving her a chance to fight back, but she never really did. She never really, she could have been like, hey, Damek, I want to join you. Like, anything to stay alive, She kind of just gave up.
Well, she did kind of. She did say, "I want to join you."
She never actually said it.
I just feel like the plea that she made was way too long. It was a very wordy plea. It was like, "Look, I know that we treated you poorly in the past, but I don't want it to be like that. And under, the new Iron Wolves, you would be free to do whatever you want." It's like you gotta be passionate. Like you didn't move me. You know what I mean? And Damek is very, very single-minded. He's like, if I take this essence now, I'm more powerful for the fight that I have planned with these guys. And the only reason why he never went after Lena was because he was under this oath and he couldn't break it.
Yeah. Just kind of disappointed me that she didn't go out fighting. It was kind of just like a mercy killing.
That's fair. Okay, moving onwards and forwards. Fievel, you want to read us the second question that one of our fans posed to us?
From Lucas here. What one avenue of the story each person would like to explore further?
Something that our players want to explore more in depth in terms of the world of Nori and the storylines and such.
I'll start off.
Oh, okay. Rogar, a volunteer. I love it. What do you got, Rogar?
You remember Granny Addie?
Oh,
I remember Granny Addie. Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to her and see how the kids and stuff are doing.
He gets them on weekends.
It's a good question. I can let you know right now. You can wait almost 10 and a half years before going back. At the age of 11 or 13, you sprinkled powder on the children. She didn't take them yet. So the spell that she used and the potions and the hag magic that she used, they're essentially going to become hags. I believe it's at 11 or 13. I forget what age it is. But until then, they're normal children.
Oh, so I could save them before.
Well, if there's a way to save them, yes. I'll answer that like a true DM. Okay.
But you said they stayed children before that age, right? So
if there is a way to reverse it, then yes.
Okay. Good to know.
So we got 17 more seasons before we have to save them.
Let's go.
Another avenue, I kind of want to explore where my powers came from. That's kind of where I want to go.
Little Tyson McKay backstory.
You know, because I'm from a small town. Like, where did these powers come from? You know?
Yeah, I have explored. I mean, not saying too much on it. I have explored writing a Tyson McKay backstory.
Tell me.
I actually toyed with the idea of having Tyson McKay's backstory be the fulcrum, the point of interest for season 3. Like having that be the storyline is relating to Tyson McKay's background and such.
I think that would go to his head way too much.
I can't wait.
That was one of my concerns. In addition to that, I feel like season 2 was bogged down in politics and a lot of heavy shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like season 3 we're going for a lighter vibe, and I felt like delving into Tyson's fucked up past.
Hey.
It's going to be way heavier and more political than we had ever dreamed.
Daddy?
I'll still do the daddy.
Cool. Any avenue of the story you'd like to see more of, Fievel?
The clan.
Just discovering, like, oh, yeah, true. Figuring out where my brother Riov went.
Okay. More about your background. Cool.
No, for reals, probably just... probably finding like a new beast. I feel like Luck Luck's like a filler right now because I didn't have anything else. But yeah, finding that new beast would
have
be
some
my
respect.
point of interest. Shut up.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I'll dominate you.
Oh God.
All right. Anything big that you're looking to explore, Gregory?
Dabble Dob's ass.
A Dabble Dob and Gregory adventure?
Magic weapons.
Magic weapons.
Yeah, magic weapons. All I want is magic weapons.
Plus 100 experience points, Fievel. That was a dope play.
That's what I was going to say, magic weapons, and that'll be the end of that. And, and yeah, a little Dabble Dob and Gregory bat story. Maybe even a little, how they met type of thing or something like that, you know?
Absolutely. And I mean, this is another thing too. Like, my brain's always rolling with these ideas. I can say, honestly, I haven't given much thought to Fievel's backstory. I haven't. That's something that I've just been like, I feel like he's already written it himself. We all know that fateful text that he sent. Yeah.
And we've heard about the pit.
We've heard about the pit.
Bad place.
But I honestly considered for season 3 splitting off Gregory and Dabble Dob, having more of not a Hobbit style, but more not just because he's small. I'm not a size thing.
That's
more so just like an epic adventure, right? Because these two literally are just like these wanderers on the landscape, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of would be cool if we did something similar to that style, where it's like the same goal in the end, but we need to split and take 2 different routes and accomplish different things along the way to get that to meet up at the end.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. It is a cool vibe. All right,
that was a whirlwind.
I just got tweeted a question.
Nice.
From @Puddle_88.
Puddle, my boy.
Love Puddle.
No, don't ever cut off Puddle, man. Dude, that's dope that he tweeted us. Shout out to Puddle. He's been an awesome fan since day one. I love it.
Yeah, he's got a good question here too. He said, "Would Noah have actually made Tyson die from childbirth?"
That's a good question. Yeah, I definitely would have. I would love to give a short, succinct response to this, a nice short response, but I don't have one. The trouble being that to really explain it, I'd have to explain what happened with Vel. So Tyson McKay goes to Limbo and he fights this red slot, becomes impregnated. I knew that was going down. The deal with Damek was interesting because had he taken it, Rogar would have been up against Damek and had a hard time, potentially lost his magic or life. Tyson McKay would have been saved. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Damek had the witch doctory powers to do that. With Vel, I actually did roll it out. You know what I mean? And I actually, I toyed with the idea of putting it on the podcast, like having Vel play against Korst, who is the Slod Lord of Randomness. So the Slod Lord of Randomness is just like 1 second he might love you, the next second he's playing chess with you, and then he wants to like spill out your innards and like lick them. Like, he's just a weird dude. You know what I mean? And he like swims in this primordial soup of essentially chaotic energy. And that fight went really poorly for Vel. So he actually got locked in a dungeon at Korst's whim. And so in doing so, he actually lost a bunch of days. But Vel is super smart, and as a planeswalker, which obviously Korst didn't really understand, he broke free. It's just like his magic was restrained, and he obviously was very weak. So yeah, I think I'm not against killing players. Obviously. It's not a great way to kill someone for like a pregnancy. But that being said, yes, I think the answer is yes, I would have. I just adhered to the rules though.
How dare you?
Yeah, when it comes to a player's life, I feel like I have to be fair more than anything. I won't just like ignore the rules to kill them.
Too bad.
Too bad.
Fuck you.
A good question from Puddle, though. I like it.
Yeah, thanks, Puddle. Next question, or it's kind of a comment, I guess, from Luke. He said, "I have huge beef with Fievel pouring so many evolution points into his pony, and I won't stand for it. How did he get wings? Double question mark."
Double question mark. Do you want to take this one, or do you want me to? Because we've actually gone through this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, look, you can have beef with Fievel pouring evolution points into a beast, but here's the thing. That is Fievel's class. Like, that's what he does. That would be like being mad at Gregory for having high AC and swinging an axe all day. You know what I mean? Like, this is what these characters do. A. B, I think we actually impeded you a bunch in Season 2 when you switched over to Luck, because you weren't able to pour all those evolution points at once. You had all the evolution points. Technically, it's a bank of them. You can use them at your whim. There's no regulation in the class about how you use them and when you use them. But we actually kind of slowed you down and said, hold up, you can make 1 evolution per day for X number of days until your points are done. Like, I felt like I actually kind of reined you in there. Because, you would have woken up the next day and just had a fuck ton of evolution points into Luck, and that would have technically been by the book as far as homebrew goes. So
yeah, and then just like the wings, they're only 4 evolution points when at my level I have like 17. So as long as I surpass level 7, I could put wings on whatever beast I have, and I'm like an 8 right now. So
no, I think it's a good question. I think that not looking at the actual class, it's hard to see that really is what Fievel's about, right?
I won't stand for it.
Awesome. Next question that we have here, we have Emerson Doran from Salt Lake City, who asks us, how did Fievel feel about Tyson and Rogar's gameplay during Season 2? Because obviously, Fievel, you were apart from your compatriots, your comrades. Mm-hmm. How did you feel about how they handled the Iron Wolves invasion?
So it seemed like a lot of German dungeon porn for the first half of it.
Okay. Not sure I'm picking up the vibe you're laying down, but continue.
Where was the German?
Wasn't Lena German?
Yeah, Lena was the German.
Oh God,
that was Groban.
Was that the accent you were hearing this whole time? No, but like, how'd you feel about their gameplay?
I just felt like you guys restricted yourself so much in that prison scene. Like, I get Tyson, yeah, you're pregnant. Pregnant women still take the bus and go to work.
That's 2018. Get woke. I'm Team Fievel.
Yeah, I was definitely hoping for more of a prison break. I was hoping for some more ruckus.
I broke them out, okay?
Like after one episode, I was like, okay, like this is all right. And then as it progressed and you guys were still in there, I was like, come on, like
to be
break
fair,
down these things. Like,
to be fair though, how long was I actually in the cell for? If we count the number of, like, I was out of it a lot, making deals or planeswalking. You know what I mean?
How many days were you guys in the prison for? Is that the question?
No, like me personally, like I was out, like I planeswalked, I was doing deals.
You were out for a fair bit, yeah. I mean, I think maybe this is more so a comment towards Rogar than it is Tyson, maybe, because Tyson was dealing with a fair amount, but Rogar was almost glad of his chains. Like at one point, I think I distinctly remember him saying, "I'm a good boy, and I'm going to stay in prison." So maybe this is more directed towards him. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
I was just following orders and. I was waiting on Wolfhelm to do something, and then when he did something, he just ate shit.
Okay, so they're not willing to take any constructive criticism. That's okay.
No, I admit it. It's kind of my fault. I tried breaking out, and I was just getting bad rolls, so I was like, fuck it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but you tried to kick it like once. You gotta try more times, man.
I think Noah just broke him, okay?
Yeah, that's so does you, okay?
Yeah, the pit does.
But like, okay, so aside from the prison scene, how do you think they handled the coming of the infected undead?
Once you guys got out, the story started to progress a lot more. It was cool to see the clans come together and fight as one. And then the final scene of you guys just like holding your own against this whole army while we were on our way was pretty dope. Didn't think you guys were gonna make it. So
some of you didn't. So.
Yeah. True. So there's that. But no, it was well thought out for the second half for sure.
Well, I appreciate the second criticism.
Which was more of a compliment, so that's fine.
You should have let me in the gate, you piece of shit.
I have a question.
I think we can. Yeah, we're moving on to Josh now.
Yeah. So what made you decide to have the new players start at level 1, Noah? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know exactly. Yeah. So Dabble, Dowd, Gregory, and Lena all started at level 1. Yeah. So this is, I think, a difficult question. It's not a difficult question. I lie. I think it's a realistic question. I think a lot of DMs have to square this at certain points because campaigns can be fluid, and new campaigns where you want new characters to start in can be certainly not trouble, but they're gonna have to answer this question. Mm-hmm. Do my new players start off at level 1, or do they start off at like level 9 if everyone else is level 9? And I think that the reason why I went with level 1 is just simply because I wanted it to be more realistic, right? You know, our Gregory and Dabble, these age-old adventurers that are off on these crazy stories, should they be at this point in their lives level 20s, right? Like, you know, Dabble says he's 369. He's very accurate on that point.
Yeah, I'm over 400.
You're over 400.
69.
Yeah, he's very, very precise on the age. So the thing is, like, should they be level 20s by that point in their lives? There's a case to be made for that. But did I want level 20s coming in the game? No one else is level 20. Should they be level 9s? Absolutely. But the thing is, I feel like players earning their levels means that they understand their abilities more. I think that veteran players have no problem picking up, like, if you wanted to start a campaign with all level 20s and make a really cool campaign, I think that's really cool. And I think that veteran players can do that really well. I just think it's a lot of information to take all at once. And I'd rather have them actually play it out and earn that than just be given it. Maybe that's just me. And I think it also made it a little bit more risque. You know what I mean? You actually kind of had to play a little tepidly for the first couple of levels, right?
Mm-hmm. Not that I did. What do? I charge head first for it?
Yeah. I mean, Lena as well. I mean, was a fairly young character, quote unquote, but showed a lot of promise. I don't regret her starting at level 1 either. I think, did it make it somewhat odd that she was coming off very confident in the beginning, even though she got dusted in that first Great Hall fight with you guys? Maybe a little bit, right? But again, I'd rather that she worked for those levels and had to play through that. And I think that she was better for it.
Okay, so elaborating on that. So moving forward, say we're like, I don't know, we're in season 4, we decide to add some new players.
Yeah, accounting for the probable deaths of a couple players, sure.
Yeah, potentially, right? It happens.
Yeah, could happen.
So we're like level 15, let's say, at this point, and a new player's coming in. How would you, curb that?
Well, the question becomes a little bit more slanted once you start reaching higher levels.
Okay.
Because the chance of a one-off, like, death, like a one-shot death is super high, right? You guys were what, like level 5, 6 when this campaign started?
Yeah, 4 or 5, something like that.
4 or 5. So, like, entering in level 1s, yeah, there's a chance of getting critted with a death, but not really, right? Like, it would be super hard to do. Challenge rating 15 and a level 1 enters that arena, there's a solid chance that thing crits their health and some, and then they're just super dead. So, yeah, I might have them start off with a level, being like a 5 or a 6, or maybe starting them at like a 10 or an 11. Mm-hmm. I think it just kind of depends. And I think it also depends on whether or not this is a person who was in the campaign, died, and is making a new character, or whether it's a completely new person. If it's a person who was in the campaign, died, and is making a new character, they'll be either choosing the exact same character with 0 XP, like a character build that's almost identical to 0 XP, or a new character build with half their XP rolled over. If it's a completely new character, I might be more lenient and give them more XP.
Okay.
To boost into some levels, right?
Fair enough.
Next question coming up from Greg Woodsworth. Greg Woodsworth asks, how does Tyson feel about being passed up for the leadership role of the Iron Wolves? And does he have ambitions to become mayor of Ryberry?
All right, listen here, Greg. Not you, Greg. Greg asked the question. Greg. I have not been passed up for the leadership role of the Iron Wolves yet, okay? I killed Damek.
No.
And
can I please
come in?
May I?
I could still become the leader of the Iron Wolves. There is no named NPC.
Aren't they all dead?
Most of them are dead, yes. That's why I could take it over pretty easily.
Okay, so no arguments there. You could become leader of what's left of the Iron Wolves. When it was a title to be passed down, though, there was Wolfhelm, you, and a couple other people there, and you were not chosen.
So I have to kill Wolfhelm.
Ergo passed over.
So we'll be done.
Okay, and the mayor of Ryberry, do you have any ambition to run from it? Okay, but we know you're not.
I was in the mayor hall. No one was there to take the power from me.
Okay, so you think you're mayor. That's the accurate statement. You're not actually mayor.
I will continue to act like mayor until they tell me I can't be mayor. And then I will kill them until I am
very
mayor.
early in season 3. Almost the very first line. Tyson, you're not mayor. Okay.
It's like the colonizers just shows up. This is mine now.
Yeah.
We also have... Well, I mean, it's kind of... We have the shirts for it, to be honest.
I'm wearing one right
Tyson
now.
for mayor? You are marrying one. Oh, goodness gracious. Next question. Ferris Styles. Where is season 3 going to go? New lands? New planes? New women? Is that really the question? New women?
Really the question.
Bitches.
Oh, goodness.
Dog.
Yeah, you guys can expect new lands in season 3. You can expect new characters, new zany and wacky NPCs. I think
New women?
as far as new women go, I'm going to go with yes.
Nice.
I just made that executive decision. There's going to be new women in season 3.
Good.
Yeah.
Another eye patch girl.
Make it the right eye.
This time it's the right eye. Yeah, exactly.
And her name's Rena, not Irina.
Is that why her name's
Rena,
Irina?
because she lost the eye. No, that's not why her name's Irina. Moving on. That's not. These are nonsense questions.
Is fine-ass bread lady alive, and will Rogar go on his date with her?
I hope so.
Fine-ass bread lady.
Please
Is she
tell me.
alive? Did she
Please
survive?
tell me she's alive.
You know what? Give me a D20. We're going to figure this out right now. I didn't write this yet.
Oh, man.
God, please.
The gold dice are coming out. You ready, Rogar?
No.
Okay, 10 and above, she's alive. 9 and below, she's dead. Everyone agree?
Shit.
Yeah.
Do I have Gregory? You agree?
Yes.
Fievel?
Oh, yeah.
Tyson?
Absolutely. Make it 15 and below.
No.
No, Tyson. We're sticking with 10 and above. Rogar, are you cool with this?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? 3, 2. With a 12, fine-ass bread lady is still alive.
Now roll if he's gonna get his date.
Okay. Well, this is more so up to him, not me.
She's armless, though.
She also lost an eye. Everyone's losing eyes. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if Rogar plays his cards right, he could win a date with a fine-ass bread lady.
Well, I mean, he could just say, "Hey, I saved your town."
Or does she care about those kind of things? Does she care about bread? All this answered in season 3.
It's definitely the bread.
I think the last question is, will you bring back Arda or Jack Bauer?
Arda actually is written as having done some of her own adventuring in the southeast actually. So I have no immediate plans on her making any type of trek northward. Not really the lands that the lizard folk prefer or like. I'm going to go with
not even for
no on
Fievel?
Arda unless you guys
sorry,
were to head to the
Fievel.
southeast.
And Jack Bauer, you ruined season 4, boss, man. Jack Bauer is going to be the evil guy.
Yeah, Jack Bauer. His 2 heads just become
Taking his
maniacal.
revenge on Luck.
Yeah, it's a real.
You'll never be the OGJB.
No one replaces me.
It's a real playoff off Pinky and the Brain. One head is Pinky, the other one's Brain, and they just try and take over the world.
I guess the last question here is, will Orin recover?
Yeah, I think we're projecting a full recovery for Orin. I think will his front line days be behind him?
No.
Maybe. Will he still be useful in combat? For sure. I think he's going to move up in the ranks of the
The Iron Wolves, I knew it.
I think he's going to move up in the ranks of the Knights of the New Moon, and yeah, I think he's going to be fine. I mean, his bones were reset. He's in a clean, warm place. He's got food. It's not like he's on the road, and I think he's going to be all right.
Good job, Fievel, for saving him.
Thanks.
Wait, is Rogar gonna move ranks?
Move down.
Well, that all depends on how your interview goes, for sure. You better bring your CV, and I hope you have years of work experience.
Oh, will Tyson get into the Knights of the New Moon?
No.
I believe you were offered a position within the Knights of the New Moon by Wolfhelm. He just said that you had to become more lawful and respect order more.
The answer is no.
Yeah. Well, this was fun, guys.
They asked him again with this new, the hard on.
The heart of the Modron. Yeah, he might say yes.
Fuck you. I'll say.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we delved into these topics. This was a blast.
Yeah, it's
I feel
always
like we actually had some meat to dig into here, and I'm glad we did.
yeah, some meat and
Go for a
potatoes.
steak right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure bringing you this Insight Check episode at the end of Season 2. Some final notes to discuss for you guys. Again, remembering that December 15th, there will be the very first episode of Season 3 of the Dicey D20 coming to you guys, so keep a lookout for it. Second of all, premium memberships on Podbean. Check those out and look to support the pod. We've dropped a couple cool ideas of arena matches that will be probably dropped on there, so if you guys want to check those out, that'll be super cool as well. And we are also sponsored by Die Hard Dice, so check them out at dieharddice.com and use your promo code DiceyD20 for a cool 15% off your very first purchase. They are super cool dice, guys. We got a couple sweet sets ourselves, and we are looking to drop those picks to you guys hopefully sometime soon, let you guys know what it is that we're rolling with so that you can roll with the same, and we will see you guys next time on Dicey D20.
See you guys
Peace out.
In a while. I'll miss you.
In a while.
See you in your dreams.
Jesus
God.
Christ, cut it. Cut it all.
Leaving it in.